Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. I had quite an eventful weekend this weekend, starting with a bear that decided to visit the island.
Get.
It just looks chill here though.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe it'll.
Oh, he's still there. Oh, I thought he went over there.
Should keep it here until the girls. Looks like he's kind of.
Got a young black bear on the island. I was helping my two cousins offload their stuff, and we saw it swim from the mainland over here. And then it's just been hanging around our place, mauled our bird feeder and ate all the seed. And then we tried scaring it away to see if it would go off the island, since we've got some guests coming here and we don't want it to hang around and get into our garbage or anything. But then we scared it and just walked away, and now it's walking over to my cab. So hopefully it doesn't start going in there.
Did you shut your door?
I don't think so.
Oh boy. All that ramen gone to the...
Yeah, that was a pretty amazing experience. It's always nice to see the wildlife up here. With bears, you have to be a little bit more careful of how you view them, but it was a beautiful young black bear. What we were assuming is that since it was alone, usually at this time, if you see one of the older ones, it's got cubs with it, unless it's a male. But this one was alone and it was young, so probably it was a cub from last year, and then the mother has new ones now, so it's like a yearling that kind of got kicked out to live on its own, and that probably explains why it was kind of fearless and just walked right up to the cabin where a whole bunch of people were, and didn't really seem bothered by us at all. It probably just didn't know any better. But it was a beautiful sight to see. My cousins came up for a little visit, so I was over there helping them kind of set up their cabin, and we noticed this black bear on the other side, on mainland, on the Crown land, and we watched it for a little bit, and then it got in the water and swam across to our island. And then, just hung around for a long while. Usually when we've seen bear up here, because I've had a few encounters with them, as soon as you get anywhere near them, or as soon as they hear a boat, or you walking too loudly, they'll bolt off into the woods. But in this case, we were just standing there watching him, and he didn't seem bothered by us at all. So it was a unique opportunity to be able to watch the bear. But he didn't want to leave. After he sat there for a while eating our bird feed, we didn't want him to get into anything else, especially not into our cabin. So we put Lando on the leash and kind of walked him out there and scared the bear off. But it seemed like it had come back earlier, because my parents saw it over by our family cabin in the morning, and at around 3 a.m. I could hear him walking around my cabin here. Luckily he didn't do anything else, and by the time we got up, he was long gone back into the wilderness. But it was a pretty neat sighting. As you can probably tell, we've got a big storm supposed to be hitting soon. You can definitely tell it's gonna be one of those big thunderous spring storms just by the cool breeze, but the humid and hot air. So it's all gonna be mixing up there, turning into a cozy afternoon at least. This is probably going to keep on raining for the next couple days. That's what the forecast was showing. So I'm going to finish up what I was doing at the cabin site and then just clean up the whole area and move everything in before this hits. Good morning, everybody. The rain continued for the past couple days, and I just had a lot going on with some friends and family over, and then I also went into town to pick up a few things that I'll show you. But to finish my driver's license as well in Canada, we have a couple stages, G1, G2, and then G. So I was getting the final portion of that. Could have done it a lot earlier, but I just never seemed to have the time to head in, so I just finished it like the day before it expired. But it's nice that it's done now, so I never really have to worry about that again. And I can just relax up here. I started working on staining the inside of the cabin, like I mentioned, and realized by the time that me and my mom, she was helping me, by the time we stained an entire wall, that I had been turning off the camera when I wanted to film and turning on the camera when I was just standing there. So there's not much of that to show, but good thing is there's 3 more walls to do anyways, so there's plenty of it to go around. But it looks a lot better. I'll show you guys. Yeah, I'll just show you guys when we get in there, but beautiful day. I'm glad the weather cleared up, and yeah, excited to get back to work. Well guys, the lighting's not the best in here right now, so you can't, really tell, but on the walls and the door here, you can see that I went with a darker wood stain. I just really like the look. It makes it more weathered looking and not so new wood. Kind of like barn wood almost, which I really like. And around the door and around the windows, I'm going to do this whitewash, just to keep with kind of like the northern Canadian or like Newfoundland, Nova Scotia type cabin style. And I really like the look. Right now it's a little bit heavier than it'll end up being. In a month or two this will fade where it's almost barely noticeable, but it's just kind of got a white hue to it, which will add to the kind of weathered cabin look. But here is the original wall, and this little beam up here is also the original color. So you can see this is quite a bit darker, but I think it just kind of brings out the wood grain and the details a lot more, which is really nice looking. The reason I decided to go with a whitewash, first of all, it's that style I mentioned, but also because the roof in here and the roof in the whole workshop, as you guys probably noticed, is also whitewashed. I don't know if the original guy was going to, do anything else and just didn't have time, or if he just wanted the white roof, but I really like the look, and I'm glad he did it, so I'm going to keep going with it. And yeah, this entire wall was done by the time we realized that I wasn't recording, but I'm going to start working on the front wall right now. I might just be able to get part of it with the brown stain at least, because I don't have much. I kind of underestimated how much it would take to do the whole room. So I'll have to head into town and get some more of that before finishing. But I should have enough of the whitewash to do most of the windows in here, so. Yeah, so here's the wood stain that I've been using. Just special walnut is the color. Carefully go across. Alright guys, so I took a little break from the project of staining the inside of the cabin because my cousin William and my Uncle Tim and their family showed up quite unexpectedly at the island. So I've just been over there helping them get their water going and the dock attached and stuff. And then now me and my cousin William, since he hasn't seen them yet, are going to test out the 690s. I actually haven't ridden mine since I got it imported, which I was talking about for quite a while and I'm really excited about. So we're just going to take them for a quick little drive. We're not going anywhere far, probably just down the road a little bit and then heading on to Halifax Road, which if you remember, that was the road I took the Blue Jeep with my parents and did that little camping trip a few months back. So yeah, it'll be awesome. Kind of get them running up again and head down the trail. And just should be a good time. So yeah, see you on the road. All right, so it's been a while since these have been up and running. The last trip I did was in Arizona, the Del Diablo, which some of you guys have seen. If you haven't, then you can check those out. I believe it's a 5-part series all along the Mexican border. It was a lot of fun and I really enjoyed filming those, but the chains and the oil all look good. Yep, bike started up fine. Everything feels good.
So we're just gonna head down the road a little bit, and then we'll turn off to Halifax Road as soon as we get to it. It's only a little bit down the road, so it's not that long of a drive. And Halifax is a great little trail for these things. It's a logging road that hasn't been used in a while, but should be fun. You just follow me. Man, it feels good to be back on these again. Ah, what a glorious feeling. So this is a logging road, as you can see there, so you have to be careful of logging trucks going through, but it is a great little spot to go for a nice evening ride after a day of working on the cabin or painting or whatever I'm doing. It's always a fun spot in the Jeeps. Now that we have a motorcycle, it make it even more fun. What a great feeling. I know I've been saying that a lot, but it's been a couple months and I've really been missing this thing. Here you can see there's markers to tell you how far you're going on the road. I got ourselves a little river crossing here. Water crossing. If we're lucky, we might be able to see a black bear or even a moose. There's a lot of them in this area, as you guys just saw. There was one on the island, although the motorcycle might scare them off before we get a chance to see them. When I was in the Jeep here, I saw a mama moose with her calf. There you can see some of the logs from the logging companies. And now we are 4 kilometers in on the trail. I believe it was around kilometer 26 that we pulled off and found that beautiful camp spot by the lake in the Jeeps. You got the next turn off, we might pull off and take a look at the bikes. It's always a good thing to do when you first start riding again. Just make sure nothing's rattling loose and everything's nice and tight. Makes me want to hit a BDR again. For those of you who don't know, that's the backcountry discovery roads that we were taking through Colorado and Utah, Wyoming, Arizona, California. They're basically in every state now. I think the newest one just opened up in Oregon. And the complete backcountry routes that you can basically cross the entire country on. And you only have to hit an occasional section of pavement basically to resupply. The rest of the time you're just on these beautiful backcountry roads all the way through. Black bear, wow. Look at that thing. See, I knew it. Knew we'd be able to get to see one. Sadly, that guy got scared off by the motorcycles. We carry him around the corner a little fast. I think we'll pull off here and take a look at the bikes. Beautiful, eh? Gorgeous. Black bear. Crazy. I know. I was just talking on camera saying like, oh, hopefully we'll be able to see some wildlife, maybe a black bear or something, but I was like, I know. I was like, we'll probably not see one because the motorcycles are running so loud. Beautiful black bear right there. I think we can pull off here, take a look at the bikes. Yeah. Yeah, so everything looks good. Everything's been performing nicely. And we did a check before we left, but it's always good just to double check. All right, so we checked the bikes. Everything looks good. We're going to head back. It was a pretty lucky sighting to see the bear there. It's funny that I was talking about it and then we happened to actually see one, but we're probably going to head back now because it's getting a little bit late. And then we'll head back to the island, maybe get the sauna going, which is something I've wanted to do for a while.
All right, guys, so got this whole wall done up and touched up nicely. And it's just nice to have this mostly done. There's a little bit that I need to do at the bottom and then these two back walls and the windows. But I need to go into town and get some more stain to be able to finish that. But for tonight, I'm going to get the sauna going for the first time this year, which I'm really looking forward to, and get rid of some of these bug bites while we're in there. I don't know if it's scientifically proven, but at least when I go in there, I always feel like it gets rid of all my mosquito bites. I feel like you kind of, sweat out all the itchy poison. So let's get that lit. So for those of you who don't know, or maybe for those of you who are new to the channel, this has got to be my favorite cabin on the entire island. And this is our sauna cabin. This was built back in the 40s by the original owners. It's a beautiful log sauna done in the Scandinavian scribe style, just like most of the cabins here, all done in a very unique European style of log cabin. Takes a lot of skill to do. This will take quite a while for me to learn. But yeah, I love this place. I've been, I go in it all the time when I'm up here, but this is going to be the first time that I light it this year. I got some wood stacked up from when we had a whole bunch of our cousins up, when we had the barge running, and just filled the entire island full of wood. And yeah, I'm going to get this going tonight for me and my cousin William, and I hope the water's warmed up a little bit because the last time I went swimming it was quite chilly. But yeah, I think this is the perfect way to end off the day, to close off the day. It's been an amazing one, just an amazing week. Not a lot of work got done because I had a lot of family up, but that's just as important, and I definitely had a blast. It was really nice to see them all again, especially after a long stint on the road. And yeah, with the two bears we saw and everything, I'm ready to get in the sauna and just soak out all the bug bites. So we'll get this thing lit up. Probably take about an hour to get to a good temperature, and then we'll just relax here at Paradise at the end of the day. All right, guys, I know this is probably a little bit hard to see. There's not much lighting in the cabin here, but it's a wood burning stove that obviously you burn wood in, and it heats rocks inside the sauna room, which is behind this wall, and heats up the whole cabin. And then once you get the rocks hot enough, you can pour water on and create steam. And it's just a very pleasant experience all around. I am somebody that absolutely loves saunas, hot tubs, hot springs, anything with warm water or warm air. Maybe that's from growing up in Canada, but any chance I get, usually I'm in here. And now that I've got it going the first time, I'll definitely probably get it going at least once or twice a week. It's really good for you as well, which is an awesome benefit to just being cozy and relaxing in the first place. Just collected some birch bark, which lights up perfectly. And within an hour, we'll have a nice sauna to hop into. Well guys, I had an awesome time in the sauna with William, and had a very long conversation afterwards, just catching up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it wasn't my usual style, I had a lot going on, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. And if you did, make sure to stay tuned for my upcoming videos, and stay tuned to see what happens in the future as I save up to buy my own property and hopefully one day start my own homestead. Thank you all for your support, all your comments and advice as I go through the learning process of learning how to build log cabins and just work off the grid in general. And as always, a special thank you to those of you who have subscribed to my Patreon channel. Your support really means a lot, and helps me to keep doing what I love doing and bring you guys new content each week. And as always, I will see you guys next time.